good, everybody? Shout out to Purple Beats on that beat. This is my first time hearing it since he dropped it last night. So shout out to Purple Beats. Go subscribe to his channel if you like the beats. Whether you're working, whether you're driving, whether you're working in the yard, in the garden, whatever you're doing, drawing, taking a walk, a jog, working out, play some of that, man. Watch your mind just take off with some crazy, beautiful Beatzz. That's my son, so shout out to Purple Beats. So I opened up with that, and that was a good beat. I like that. It's called Think. So shout out to him on that beautiful beat. And shout out to you guys. What's good? Blink, Mr. Mac. Shout out to Gnostic Knowledge, Rap Samples, Mama 22, Chris. It's good, y'all. Hope everybody enjoyed their weekend of shootings. All right. Hope everybody enjoyed that. Today is Lunes, which is Monday, Moon Day. And these psychopaths love the numbers, but look at this as a very good day because it's 666. All right, that's perfect alignment. So you already know they're going to utilize, their date. This is their date. All right, but it's just the numbers, you know what I'm saying? It's 666. What's good, Blink? Yeah, I know we can definitely all contest to falling out of the loop, you know what I'm saying? we as the slaves, slaves we are, but I shout out to everybody. Shootings galore, and mass shootings everywhere. Also, excuse me. Also, it's nothing that hasn't happened previous. So, at least 12 dead, another weekend of mass shootings across America. And first weekend of June had a greater number of mass shooting deaths in the United States than the previous 3-day weekend, which ended with Memorial Day. The tally for the weekend violence through Sunday was at least 12 killed and at least 38 injured in mass shootings, defined by the Gun Violence Archive as an incident in which 4 or more people are shot or killed, not including the shooter. So they got what they deem a definition of a mass shooter that's what they call a mass shooting, because 12 killed. It was probably more than 12 killed in Chicago over the weekend. All right, they ain't talking about all that because it ain't about that. It's not about the criminals with the guns. It's about the non-criminals with the guns. You see how it works in this backward ass fucking reality? It's about the law-abiding citizens who have firearms, who don't use them, who aren't on the streets, who aren't selling drugs, who did get the permits, who did go register the gun, who followed all the orders. No, that's the target. It's not the people on the street. That would be crazy. They wouldn't do that. They're not going to hit the streets, bang out the streets to try to remove guns off the streets. No, man, that's not the objective. They want to demonize you, propagate you, for you to go in and willfully walk in and turn your gun in. They want you, the family guy who beefs with your goddamn phone. Ain't even hot on that shit. this again, guys. Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, it is an iPhone, Smith wins. I'll give it a minute, guys.
It looks like you lost another one.
Damn. All right, we're good. Damn, they look like that car was hit from the front and the back. You guys going to extort money today, huh? Out extort money again, huh? What do you say about that? Just doing your job. That's what they all say. Just doing my job. Fucking parking enforcement. I'm just doing my job. Don't even give a fuck. Smile, gave me a thumbs up. Unfucking believable, man. I guess it's just me. I don't know. I'm just a little extra, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just a little extra. But that really, I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. I'm just saying, but that pisses me off. Not him. I'm talking about the system pisses me off. All right? It really does. It pisses me off. I'm just doing my job. And this is where it's gonna be. When I ain't gonna be I'm not going to be in no camp. So whatever means necessary, I ain't going to no camp. So the ones that make it in the camp, the people that are in control of it, are going to be saying, I'm just doing my job. I'm not going to have to hear those words. I'm not even worried about it. You know, I'll be born again in another reality, because you ain't taking me to no motherfucking camp. It ain't happening. All right? You best believe the fight and flight that I got is coming out when y'all try to come take me to some kind of camp. It ain't happening. Sorry. Try again. It ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? That's not even gonna fucking happen. So, you know, and this ain't no movie. It ain't happening. It's not gonna be where I surrender and, you know, I'm going involuntary. No, man. You ain't even gonna be able to drag me into no shit like that, because every opportunity I get, I'm striking. You know, I'm like a lion. Bitch, y'all better take me the fuck out. I'm not going. Sorry. See ya. I ain't going no by any means necessary. I don't give a fuck if you got all the guns. If I ain't got a weapon, guess what? I'm gonna be feeling whatever coming to me is gonna be. I ain't gonna feel it. So I'm going out, and shit, who the fuck knows? You know what I'm saying? It's just not. It's not even a possibility. I ain't gonna be in no camp. And if y'all magically if I'm still breathing when I get there, the minute I crack an eyeball open can move, bitch, it's on again. So it ain't ever happening. So that's just me. But it ain't never gonna happen. So I ain't gonna be in no camp. But that's what they're gonna say, is I'm just doing my fucking job. And believe me, they got people that's willing to do that. They don't give a fuck. I mean, look what's going on. You know? And at some it's an understanding that, I mean, it don't matter if it's a level of park enforcement or a motherfucker and a lethal injection in a prison. They just doing their job. It don't matter. They could manipulate the minds of these people to do whatever they need necessary. It could be an assembly line where they bringing in motherfuckers, cutting their heads clean off, and guess what? The whole assembly line, from transport to the chop to the cleanup of the mess, they're all gonna say, we're just doing our job. You know what I'm saying? So for me, there is no. That is just as worse as all the other shit I just said. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why that pisses me off so much. It's because I just there's no need, and what they do to people is fucked up. You know, just drive around and boom. You know, before, you know, they didn't have the boot thing, but watching TV, you know, parking wars made a lot of cities across America decide, that's a good idea. So the little minions, as we see another parking enforcement right there, you know, this is what they doing. This is what they're doing. And I've been on that motherfucker's ass before. And I don't know why I keep seeing these bitches, but they on my radar right now. So he's going down, and he's in the hood. So he's out in the hood, giving people in the hood tickets. We already know how shit is rough around this bitch. Gas is high as fuck. All right, all the other shit going on, and these motherfuckers, the city. That's how they take care of you. After they destroyed it and deliberately removed shit out of the city and strategically place shit in to keep people down, they send in their agents to go get more money. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking crazy. And he in there masked up, so you know he follows all the order, fully vaccinated, everything. And he riding around looking for tickets to give. This is the wrong area. You get fucked up around here doing some shit like that. So, see where this motherfucker at. He done see how fast they be dipping? They be dipping faster than a bitch. And this is one of the worst streets in Rochester. It's a drug area. Damn, that motherfucker dipped. He dipped for real. He must have felt me coming. You better believe he ain't riding around here for no picnic. He riding around here to get some motherfucking tickets. Lucky bastard. It'd be funny if I caught one of them motherfuckers going buying drugs. Sorry guys, it wasn't my plan, but you know, they just be ticking me off with this shit, man. Fucking with people, man. The system's always fucking with people. You know? The system. Who are they? Bitch, it's a whole fucking system. I hate when people say that. Who are they? Who are they? When you try to drop some jewels and say, who are they? You always say they. Who is they? And I can't tell you who they is. It's a fucking system that's in play. You can't see it. It ain't my fault. It's designed so you can't see it, man. It's the whole thing about being in the Matrix. It's an illusion. You can't see it, bitch, but it's all around you. The way you move and the what shit you doing right now, you don't realize it ain't you. It's the Matrix, motherfucker. You ride. Look, there you go right there. Somebody want me to follow him because I just keep running into him and he just sitting up and down. Hopefully he's trying to do something. Let me just see what he's gonna do. But anyways, what's good, Colin? Bow. What's good? Angel Baby is awake. Angel Baby. I don't know. These people just keep coming across my radar, so he looking to get somebody. I mean, this is a ticket right here. He's parked on the grass and on the street. So yeah, and this is the neighborhood where the girl was shot and killed, 16-year-old shot and killed the other night, and another one wounded, and that's not considered a mass shooting according to them. So it's not a mass shooting. Only what they say, 4 or more, it's a mass shooting. Bitch, a shooting's a shooting. What's the difference between 1 and more? It's a shooting. You know? It's crazy, man. Yep, no turn signal. Turn on it late. No turn signal. Turning on it late. Rolling stop sign halfway over the fucking thing. Damn near ran it. See, it's the shit that I'm talking about. They don't even follow their own vehicle and traffic laws. But this is like this is the hood. So he's over here and he's looking for blood. Probably noticed me following him by now. I've been on his ass before on my old channel. So, and he already went down this damn street. See how they ride around? He just going in circles, man. This is what they do, fucking with people, man. You know? Look how quick he dipped. Look, see how he disappeared? He's speeding through the fucking city. You know? Look at him, he's way up there. He know I'm on that ass. Now this is the area, this is the street he just came from. But what they do is they'll ride by, get the car, get the plate, do the ticket, print it out, and ride by again and smack the ticket up on there because they don't want to be caught standing out there, you know, because you get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You can get fucked up. And it looks like that's exactly what the fuck he about to do. Because he already been down this street. This is where I originally started following him at. Yep, this is where he started at. So we'll see. Dirty motherfuckers. Can't stand them. If not, then he knows I'm following his ass. And last time I had to run back to the fucking their little hideout, and they fucking gonna go tell the police. I told the police, I'm just checking up on my money. Is there something wrong with that? No, all right, fuck out of here then. I was following his ass, so sorry about that, guys. I don't know what y'all heard, but anyways, it's a school shooting too because the same city school ain't there to pay the stats. Okay, today. So what's good, everybody? All right, I'm back on the task. Sorry. Canadians been staging for the New World Order since you're in. Yeah, man, they all have. This is like nothing new, man. And just go look at the disarmament treaties, man. They got all them countries already, and the ones that wasn't playing, they just went in militarily and used. Oh, they have weapons of mass destruction. They have, you know. When you start hearing on the news biological weapons, they're just going in there and just disarming them and make sure they don't have certain chemicals, make sure they don't have this. This is a UN agenda, man. You know, and it's funny, you know, it's the 50th anniversary. You know, they just was in Washington, D.C. And you know what I'm saying? They were just in Washington, D.C. on the 2nd, and all these shootings are happening. Yeah, okay. But this is where that shooting was at the other day. And like I said, you don't see no marches. You just see victims' family members, man. You know, it's sad shit. And I heard, I don't know, but I heard this was an Airbnb, which fucking blew my mind. In the hood, who would stay in an Airbnb in the hood? You know what I'm saying? It's actually one of the nicest houses on the streets. But, you know, it's fucked up, man. It's really sad. You know, but you don't see no march here, just like any other community that has murders every day that people got to go through. You don't see the news out here. You don't even see local news out here. You don't see the community trying to gather for a 16-year-old girl at a birthday party that lost their life. You know what I'm saying? All the kids who had to witness that shit. You know what I'm saying? Think of that shit now. They're going to be affected for the rest of their life. Some of them might turn to drugs and alcohol. Some of them might have set their life straight. Some of them might make them want to go retaliate, and then it'd be more bodies. I mean, come on, man. These people ain't focused. They don't give a fuck about what's really going on. They just, you know, we all know it. But like I said, there's no marches. The street ain't blocked off. The community ain't down here. The Rochester area community leaders ain't here. I mean, it's a fucking joke, man. Where's Black Lives Matter? It's like I called the ass out here in Rochester. How many times? You know? Where they? I said, y'all ain't in the hood. That night, it was 2 murders and 2 stabbings. And they over there dancing in front of the fucking mayor's house. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? This shit is pathetic, man. You know? It is. It really is pathetic. And that's why shout out to my man Davey V. And I understand now why he used to get so frustrated, because this community just don't give a fuck. It's just a certain energy that they just don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? They don't care, man. You know? And the way they have Rochester, you know, it's crazy. The people that do care live outside of the city, and guess what? They only been locked into caring about that little town and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I got an opportunity to be around, and they're waking up. But like I said, man, the way you guys are going about it, you guys still looking for a political candidate. They're still thinking somebody's gonna come save the day. You know, yesterday I was at this thing called the Canal Days, you know, with my family walking through, and the lady stopped and said, "Oh, I haven't seen you guys since the fall." I see so many faces. I don't know what she really was talking about, because she didn't really say. And then she was like, "Yeah, such and such is running for Senate seat." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Okay." And then she was like, "Oh shit, this car wash closed. Dang. That's crazy. Wow." I used to know the dude that owned this. Is a sad story, but you know, him and his wife had this car wash. He used to actually work for one of the largest car washes in the area, Delta Sonic. He learned a lot. He came and built his own car washes. That actually was more advanced than, it goes, Homeland Security just passed me. But they actually, he actually had more sophisticated shit than Delta Sonic at one point. And you know, his name was Vinny, cool dude, but shit, he got on drugs, man. And shit, sad story. Lost every fucking thing. Sold everything. I don't know how he's doing now. Had properties and shit. I don't know how he's doing now, but I saw this thing dwindle very fast. And now, this must have just got closed this week, because it was just open. You know, that's crazy, man. You know, fucking, this shit is just wild, man. But yeah, so anyways, back to what I was talking about, sorry. But like I said, ain't nobody doing shit for their community, man. For this community, especially Rochester, New York, man. You know, I mean, there is people. I mean, I'm not going to say nobody. The reason why I say nobody is because all the somebodies that claim they're somebody are doing nothing. I'm not talking. There's actual people that are doing shit here. But, damn, he just dumping water all over the shit. Well, you probably just filled that up, my man. You dumping all your water out. You might need that. All his water is dumping out of his tank. He just pulled out of where the business is at. All his water's gone. You'll be going back, buddy. But I'm talking about all the somebodies that claim they're somebody around this community are actually, you know, they don't really care. They ain't out here. They don't give a shit. You know, the churches, they don't care. You know, it's just fucked up. We all know the deal. Someone please fire a missile at the Pope Mobile and his next outing. Man, it needs to be a lot of bombs dropped in a lot of places, man. But that just don't happen. Only in the movies and on the news, you know? It's the only place it really happens, you know? I mean, they do it to regular people, but to themselves, you never see it, you know? It's funny how there's all these terrorists and all these boogeymen, but for some reason they never actually get to the people that are causing all the terror that people really don't like. You know, that doesn't make only innocent people are always getting killed. So it makes you, I mean, we can't be that stupid, you know? I mean, literally all these psychopaths, right? And they're always still here. You know what I'm saying? All these terrorists that want to do death to all American and all these people. I mean, they really painted a picture for the woolly-haired, hoof-having masses to believe that shit. but all the officials magically are just roaming around free as a bird, you know? It's pathetic. It really is pathetic. So, right, cuts. Bombs are only for the innocent, right? It's crazy. So, yeah, man. Sorry about just got a little sidetrack of parking enforcement. You know, with this scene over there. You know, it just messed up, man. You know, just real messed up, man. That we're living in this sick society. Hopefully this truck don't have a bomb in it. FedEx, be careful of FedEx. This might be my Homeland Security passed by, FedEx truck. No, I'm just playing. That bitch might have explosive. Boom! There's, yeah, right. He's gone. And then they'll blame it on me. But he literally is fucking parking right here. Oh no, he's gone. But anyways, what was it? It says, all right, for that shooting that happened here the other day, yeah, it says, 10 p.m. officers were patrolling the area when they heard multiple gunshot fires. Once they arrived on scene, they found Zahara Smith, who was shot in the upper body. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Police found a second victim, an 18-year-old woman who was shot in the lower body. She was taken to University of Rochester with injuries not considered to be life-threatening. Initial investigations revealed the victims were attending an invite-only birthday party at an Airbnb on Emerson Street for another 16-year-old girl who was not a victim in the shooting. Multiple gunshots were fired from a vacant lot across the street of the house, and several struck the victims. Police say the victims do not appear to have been intended targets of the attack. Officers were also involved in a foot chase on individuals believed to be engaged in a gunfire. During the chase, they have apprehended Amir Andrews, 18, and recovered a loaded 9mm handgun with an illegal round capacity. Andrews was charged with secondary criminal possession of a weapon and criminal possession of ammunition feeding device. He is scheduled to be arraigned. His relation to the fatal shooting has not been confirmed. There are no suspects and companies. Wow. That don't make sense, but it is. But so that's an Airbnb deep in the hood. I don't even get that, man. But apparently it's a thing. I don't know. Well, apparently it's a thing, and apparently it was rented, and that's weird that it was an Airbnb. Wow. Thanks, Garrett. That's freaking crazy. But anyways, so the hell is this shit now? Damn. Hold on, guys, because I'm just checking out the local news. And is this last night? Oh no, I'm about to say, no, they ain't last night. I remember that. Why is they showing such old news? I don't know why I'm getting these old ass stories popping up. But anyways, guys, shout out to all you guys. Let me go ahead and get back on my journey. Shout out to all you guys. Again, we're gonna keep seeing more shootings. There will be another mass shooting this week. All right. And that's going to be the rhetoric, because they got to pass they got to show progress for the United Nations. All right. They have to show progress towards the goal. Remember, a goal is something you try to reach. So, like I said, right now, they're not coming to take all your guns. They're just pushing the goalpost forward. Because remember, they ain't taking your guns. It's about discouraging you and destroying, okay? So they need to discourage you. Well, how are they going to discourage you? They are going to use those people, the minions, all right? They're going to use those people. You know, it's evident. Look at it. Look at the interviews of the people that are turning in their firearms, okay? Look at the ones that are turning in the firearms. These are not men. These are not people, all right? It's propaganda to get the weak-minded to be like, oh, you know, I'm going to turn in my... If you got an AR-15, you know about weapons. I'm sorry. But if you got an AR-15, you know about weapons. You know why you got that weapon. When you get a weapon, you admire that shit. You look at that shit. You play with it. You take it apart. You clean it. You pose with the motherfucker. You practice with the bitch. You go out and shoot it. Once you shoot that shit, you ain't getting rid of that fucking gun. All right? You're not getting rid of that fucking gun. Unless it's broken and you want to upgrade or you want to sell it or you want to do something. Once you fired an AR-15, your baby is not leaving you. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? They're not leaving you. All right? Yeah, they could they could be under the mind control, but nobody in their right mind would be fucking avid NRA member, gun-loving person is not gonna fucking just walk in and give their firearm to a fucking police department. Is not gonna walk in and fucking have I need my gun destroyed. No. That is the rhetoric of them and the rhetoric of the propaganda. And if you read the United Nations, right, the U.N.O.D.A, the U.N.O.D.A, all right, United Nations, of disarmament, right? It says they don't want to remove guns. They want to destroy the motherfuckers. The reason why they want to destroy it, because it goes back to the spiritual warfare, the spiritual battle that we are at hand. They don't want guns around. They want to eliminate the firearms, meaning they want them gone, okay? Let me find out that's parking enforcement over there. But, oh no, that's the fire department. No, they're enforcers here in Rochester. I don't know about y'all city, but the fire department, when you see them walking around, they think they're officials now. You know, shout out to the real fire department that goes in and saves lives. But there's another fire department that is officials that come around giving code violations and trying to fine you for this, that, and this, which is another UN agenda of sustainability, because eventually they want your businesses and your buildings and houses to have this certain equipment in there, which is fire monitoring equipment, which actually is a gateway to video monitoring equipment. All right. I've already seen the plans here in Rochester and been told by these fire investigators that none of these buildings pass the inspection that they want. None of them. And to put in these systems costs big money. But this is the way they want to go. It's Agenda 21. I honestly, Rochester is probably an Agenda 21 city. This is how the street is tore up now, because they're putting in fiber optics. Whatever the fuck they're doing underground has to do with the communications electric systems here, you know. So, and it's all going around, you know, these are the main streets, the main arteries. So they'll probably be springing up 5G poles or whatever the fuck they're doing, 6G by the time this shit is done. But this is what's happening in downtown Rochester, you know. But yeah, back to what I was saying, right, Angel? Ain't no one who owns an AR turning that bitch in, especially if you fired the bitch. That's your baby. You are now married to it after you fire it, because the feeling you get when you fire a firearm is like, it's a feeling of, yeah, you know, like, okay, you feel safe, you feel protected, you feel powerful, you know. That's just the feeling you have. And nobody is going to be on CNN Think about how stupid this shit is. Most people with AR knows the news is full of shit, let alone CNN, but they're gonna go on CNN and tell the world that they're turning in and destroying their firearm. That don't happen. That does not happen. You know? It's like as soon as you see this, they don't even gotta talk. I'm like, all I gotta do is read the headline. Man turns in his AR to be destroyed. I already know that's gonna be some bullshit. When you watch it, it's like all the red flags are up of this is 110% isn't even fucking possible with a rational mind. You know? This is how dumb they think people are, man. They're literally parading Santa Claus and telling you Santa Claus is coming down the fucking chimney when the hood ain't even got no fucking chimney. That's what they're doing when they show these news stories. It don't make any kind of sense or any logic at all. You know? And I'm trying to share these videos to, you know, these bigger groups that are people that are just waking up, you know? And because they need to wake the fuck up, because I see them talking about gun control and this and that. We need to elect this man. You want to elect another person to push the agenda, to pad you into the agenda? Like, what the fuck is going on with people, man? You know? What is going on? Like, I don't even get the logic in that. Oh, that's what I was saying. When I was at the festival the other day, yesterday, the woman asked me about, you know, she recognized me from before I got off topic of some shit I saw driving. But when I was at this canal festival, beautiful day yesterday, you know, seeing people out and about and around, and damn fucking, I just hit a fucking crater. One thing about Rochester, when you're driving through Rochester, it's like driving on the fucking moon, because you're gonna be dodging and craters and shit. This is why you should like big ass trucks and shit, and it still would shatter the damn. I mean, you hit the bitch, it's like you drove over a goddamn moon crater and shit. Anyways, lady, you know, she recognized us from you know, being out there with the nurses and stuff, you know, just showing up and support for the nurses and shit. And they were like, oh, I haven't seen you since the fall, and da-da-da. I'm like, oh, I didn't know who she was at first. You know, I kind of feel bad afterwards, because when she didn't say, you know, hey, I remember you at where she remembered it. She just said, hey, I haven't seen you since the fall, and I didn't know what the hell she was talking about. And then she was like, yeah, you know, new senator, da-da-da, he's standing right over there. You know, we're looking for signatures, you know. And I'm like, okay. Would you like, you know, would you like to sign a petition to, you know, he's running, he just needs some more signatures. I'm like, oh, you know, okay, you know, I'll sign a name on that. Oh, he needs a signature? Yeah. You know, you're a registered voter. I'm like, nah, you know. She's like, what do you believe in? I'm like, freedom. Well, he's a Republican. He believes in the Constitution. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I didn't really want to go any deeper than that, but, you know, kind of left it at that and went on my way. But, you know, it's like, I mean, when there's an agenda, it comes from the top down. It don't come from the bottom up. These people, yeah, they have good intentions. Then they get in there, and then guess what? They got to do what they got to do, or they're going to lose all the big bucks they got coming in and everything. And then next thing you know, they become corrupt, you know, or they get in a scandal because they're not about that life. So they get into some type of scandal, and they got to resign and leave or some shit, you know, because they need people that's going to follow orders. And if you ain't following orders, you're not going to be around. It's the agenda, you know. And this is why we're seeing what we're seeing. And it's crazy, because their goals are women's rights, our gay rights, gender equality, you know, health, poverty, you know, all this shit. These are the goals. So we're just living out all the, you know, UN agenda goals. And right now we just happen to be into the gun control one, and all they need to do, all Biden got to do is push the pen for a little bit more, and they've created a goal as steps, because other places are like, yo, we did this years ago. What the fuck's going on? That's what they're really saying. Think about it. They're coming to these meetings like, hey, you know, our city, we took a lot of slack. We lost a lot of money because what we did. Our people don't believe in us. We got burning in the street, flipping over cop cars. They're fucking us up over here because we took their firearms. Now we're pushing these other agendas. America, what are you doing? Everybody still got a gun. They're buying more guns. What are you doing? You know, they got the phone call like, yo, listen, y'all better do some more shit because we're getting pressure from these other nations. You know, you guys signed on to this treaty. Y'all need to put this shit to work. Click. Probably hung up on the fucking the fucking Defense Department or whoever in control of this shit in the United States for this disarmament crap, you know. And boom, there you go. All of a sudden, let's use the propaganda. Let's stage a couple. There will be some real ones, but let's stage a few. Let's send our MK Monarch Ultra fucking mind control program in. You know, let's dispose of some of the access people we got. You know, I mean, think about it, man. They got some of these people sitting in the basement somewhere playing video games that they just got ready to propagate, man. And a friend, they're gonna meet a friend on the internet, and that friend's gonna be like, look, know all about them. Already their friend from playing video games, whatever the fuck, however they do this shit. Look, man, meet me here. When they meet him up, look, man, what do you think about doing this? You hate this, right? Boom, next thing you know, they're already propagated because they use a device, electronic surveillance, electronic harassment, electronic manipulation to that person. And now he met the person in person. Now they're gonna put him under the MK Ultra mind control shit. They're gonna show him some video. They're gonna do some shit to him right then and there, unbeknownst. And then they're gonna go home and they're gonna be in the zombie state. All right, probably do some fucking drugs. Like, you know, take this, take that. It'll make you feel better, you know, because they met this friend, and this friend is, you know, the CIA, and they've molded them up. Next thing you know, boom, you got an 18-year-old situation somewhere. And then when they arrest the motherfucker, or they just dispose of them, all right, they're looking like they don't know what the fuck's going on. Come on, man, we gotta see, you know. You don't know what the fuck's going on. They don't know what's going on, and they done did this. They don't remember it. They just look like a fucking zombie, you know? Because hypnosis is a real thing, man. Some people should really, if you understood hypnosis and mind manipulation, this shit is like, people wonder how we know this shit. How can we even bring this into our mind? Well, when you know this shit and you see it, and you've actually I've been to a hypnosis comedy show. It's the most amazing, disturbing thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. That people that you know been fucking hypnotized, and they don't even remember. They don't even know what they were doing. That motherfuckers up there telling shit on to their girlfriends and wives or some shit. You know, and he was like, and they literally like, should we go a little further, guys? Everyone's like, no. We don't want to see a fucking divorce live in the fucking comedian show. But he made them bring up some shit from the past that they didn't know, wife didn't know about. Wasn't nothing bad, but he was like, literally, he can make them tell if they did something, you know, like adultery or cheating or something. They can make them tell right now. Everyone's like, no, please. That shit was disturbing, man. It was funny, but disturbing. It was like, you know, how comedy be touching them thin lines, and it was like, wow, like this shit is crazy. That person didn't even remember. The woman was like, I can't believe you didn't tell me that, you know? And this is clear disclaimer, right then and there. Clear disclaimer, you know? That shit is real, man. That shit is really real. So you know, if that person can do that regularly, imagine what the government can do, you know? That's why you got to be careful, man, watching Netflix and shit, watching certain movies and TVs, man. Netflix, I stay away, man. You know, like I'll watch, you know, Stranger Things and shit like that. But man, after that, I got to cleanse myself, clear my conscience and all that shit, because that shit is real. I tell my kids, like, yo, man, y'all better, they don't watch Netflix that much, you know, but they can see, they know what to look for. I'm like, yo, when you hear that music, and there's no sound but music, and they're showing visuals, yo, they are manipulating your mind. Be careful. Don't, you know, because that's what they do. Watch Netflix movies, man. You could see where they're controlling you and how they get people. Like, it don't affect me because I'm already snapped out. But when I see it, I could just watch all the parts where they're manipulating your mind, how they get people in mind control, you know? I could point out the entire movie, how it starts. Look at the colors, like look at the flash, the flicker rate, you know, the reason why they want you to watch it in HDR mode and shit like that, you know. It's crazy. You know how you could change your TV from looking like a movie to looking like a sitcom? And I can't even watch the TV. I'm like, yo, this shit look like I'm watching Three's Company. Like, switch that shit back to movie mode. Well, guess what? There's reason why the TV does that, and they have learned how to do that and to film in certain situations to where, it manipulates your mind and pushes and implants things in your subconscious mind. You got to be careful watching that shit, because it will. If you ain't strong spiritually and you ain't strong consciously to be able to see it, they'll get you. It been shit I watch. I'm like, why do I feel like I gotta shed a tear? This is a fucking show. Well, they just manipulated you. It's some shit. I'm like, I feel like this shit make me want to fucking shed a tear. Like growing up, I used to watch anything. I didn't give a fuck. I watch anything. Didn't faze me, man. But when I got older and woke up, I gotta watch out what I watch, because shit, some of that watch, I'm like, why do I feel like I start feeling like I gotta shed a damn tear for some shit that I just saw on a fucking movie that I know ain't real. It's because that's how advanced they done got, And I don't know if y'all could relate to that, but hey, man, I'm watching some shit. I'm like, that shit fucked me up. I'm like, hell no, not again. They use music, tones, and visuals. And remember, all these TVs, these cell phones, they're flicker rates, man. The cell phone, the flicker rate is so fucking high that you can't see it. But if you get a super slow-mo cam and look at it at a cell phone through it, you'll see it flicker. All right, just like the TV, you put it in slow motion, you'll see the TV flicker. Well, that's how they do it. It's actually flickering. It's flickering of light, The diodes, the LEDs, the light emitted diodes, they flicker so fast, and that's how they get you. It's picture, lights, beams of light, pictures, like snap, 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 so fast, But that's how they do it. And this is crazy, man. And you know why? I made videos this years ago about why Obama, and the government mandated and took TV off air and everybody. No, man, it was because they didn't need no. It was because these TVs are going to manipulate your motherfucking mind. Them other TVs, they can't do it with it. They can't do it through that frequency. So that's why they put a ban out and removed it all and made it all digital. It's because of that. Just like the light bulbs, they want it all. That's off now. You can go back to using the old light bulbs, but it was law at some point. You couldn't use the motherfuckers. They couldn't even make the bitches. Now, that's the shit that I look for. I'm like, I don't like these low vibrational ass, bright ass lights. Sometimes when I go on vacation, if I'm going for 2 weeks, I'm making the investment and I'm changing the fucking light bulbs at the damn Airbnbs I'm staying in, If it's a couple days, I just deal with it. I'll just have a little bit of light on, but I can't deal with them light, bright ass white LED lights. That shit is so low vibrational and just fucks me all up, I don't like those lights. I like the cool, with the wire in it type light bulbs that we've had for so many years, Those are the ones you want, So, but they're back out now. You can find them now. They pop up at Walmart. Shit. We always shit on Walmart, but you can find some shit in there. The reason why I don't shit on it, we know what Walmart does. I hate going there. It's a fucked up place. Very low vibrational. It's annoying as hell being there. But, at the end of the day, sometimes we got to do what we do. But shit, sometimes you can find shit in there that you can't find. And that's one of them. Those fucking light bulbs. They'll be in Walmart. Because remember, and then other stuff, don't always trash Walmart, because there actually is real people like us that they make a product, they have their own business, and they want to put their product in a store. What better way to pitch it to Walmart? Yeah, they're going to get raped on top, but Walmart is a warehouse. They make money by selling shelf space. It's not Walmart that buys products and sells them. No, they're just leasing space on a shelf. That's all they're doing. They're raping the people on there. You know what I'm saying? But those people are just regular people that's their business. You know what I'm saying? As they pitched their product to Walmart, Walmart was like, okay, well, you're going to give us 60%, bitch, and we'll give you 40. And you're like, what? Well, look how many stores we have. That shit evens all out. And you're like, damn, usually how this goes is maybe it's 70 at most, but you want us to only earn 40%? Wow. Well, when you have all your product in this store and you have this shelf and then you have all these stores in the area, this many people, now the people are like, okay, where do I sign up? Because the amount of people that go in there to buy outweighs, but Walmart makes so much money on top. But if you had it any other way, you would make even more money. But that's fucked up that Walmart makes more money off your product than you do, but you're going to take it because you're going to make so much money that, hey, but that's how Walmart works. It's actually a very good business tactic, if you're Walmart, but it's fucked up what they do. They come in, they destroy communities, they destroy small businesses, and, so it's a double-edged sword, but, that's just history on fucking wall fucking fart. We know it's government ran, and you just know it's like the New World Order, they don't have managers. There's a different manager every day because that's how they, equality and shit. It's pretty crazy. But, anyways, what we talking about? Yeah, Home Depot does have them, but Walmart is cheaper. And they have a bunch of them. I go to Home Depot, sometimes they're out. And you gotta really search for them shits. But we'll be dropping links about Angel. I see. Oh, y'all talking about Silva method. I don't know what the hell that is. Silva. But anyways, it's just a Monday rant. I'm just talking about all kinds of shit. Really no topic. Main topic, but I look at it as, hey, this is our day. This is a divine energy day in their matrix because it's really not 666. We know that they use numbers to manipulate us, So, but again, shout out to everybody. Angel, Gnostic, Blink, Mama 22. Good to see Blink. I ain't seen you in a while. Colin, 550 Benz was good. I love S550s. I've had a few. Cuts was good. Cuts, as always. Gnostic, Rap Smiles. Rap Samples. My bad. Rap Sample. I don't know why I said Smiles because I seen a smiley face. Christopher, shout out to you. Mary, Toefl, Mary, Garrett was good. Garrett, hit me up. Yeah, right. At 2021 at gmail.com. If you're still there, Garrett. And whoever else is up on here, shout out to all you guys. Denise, shout out to Denise. I saw Bend Over on here. What's good? Geometry Effect News. What's good, Zach? Zach, I forgot to call you. Well, I ain't forget. You've been busy putting in work. But August 12th and 13th, man, it's calling. It's a calling. And I've been swimming in my groups, my local groups here. There's a lot of people talking about it. And I think they need their world. Tampered with a little bit, man. They gotta wake up some more. I just dropped my video in there today, or a little bit earlier today, because they're all talking about this gun control shit, and it's a tragedy what happened in Texas, but they don't need to take the guns from us innocent folks, man. It's not even about that, man. Beyond that, it's time to wake these people up, man. It's time to wake them up, like really up, because they're all still, looking for a fucking savior somewhere. They're all like elected, they're into, out of all these groups, probably 70% of them wants another psychopath or a person that they think is going to create a change put in an office somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that ain't never been the fucking... Look at where we're at, 2022. We got here because these motherfuckers ain't ever going to do whatever they say they're going to do. So why get out of the loop, man? These people got to get out of the fucking loop, man. You know? Sometimes I think like this is harsh, but no, this needs to be in the face. And that's what I do. I take these and I put them over there. Some of them may be a little too... They ain't ready for all that yet. But a lot of these people need to hear it, man, because it's bullshit, because that's part of the fucking problem. Focusing our energy on electing motherfuckers. We should be focusing our energy on getting these bitches up out of there. How about you de-elect these fucking people? Let's de-elect. Enough people come together like, look, man, let's de-elect this motherfucker. We don't like his ass. All the people that don't like these people in each state, more people don't like them than like them. Well, de-elect these motherfuckers. It ain't even a word, but you can make it a word. People can create a change. Like, yo, de-elect, we don't like this motherfucker. Get him out of here. You know? I mean, come on, the majority always rules. So if people don't like it, who the fuck likes these people? I'm in New York. Who the fuck like Kathy Hochul? They all like Cuomo because he look like a mob boss. You know, him and his brother are like these cool looking Italian dudes and Italian, but they're psychopaths from the highest fucking order. All these shit that he was accused of rape, still had support. Like, what? Why do they still have support? Because, hey, what's been propagated and put in the subconscious mind, that's okay at some point. Well, he's still charming. He's still, well, how do you know that was just so long ago? Why they come together now? You know? There's acceptance for psychopaths everywhere. You know? The shit has to be flipped around, man. People got to realize they're the power. You don't need no one else telling you what the fuck to do. That's another thing I don't understand. You want somebody else to tell you what the fuck to do. And this is what it all boils down to. Men and women vote for people to tell them what the fuck to do. What's best for them. That shit don't even make any sense. And then cry about gun control. Well, you up there you want to elect motherfuckers to control your life. So now they're controlling it through gun control, through their schools that they control. You know, the same people that talk crying about gun control are still crying about unmask our kids and we don't need vaccines. Get your kids out of their fucking hellhole, man. I mean, come on, man. And most of these people are straight. Like I say, take a back seat, worry about your family, sacrifice if you really care, and pull your kids out and do what you need to do. Because I've seen the community that here locally, that it's so many people that are well educated, you can create your own. I mean, there's enough people that there shouldn't even, if you came together, you'll be like, what have we been doing all these years? But no, they're all like, we need to do this. You know, kids need, you're in control of that shit, man. If you taught your kid right, they ain't gonna be worried about what Bobby, Sue, and Jill doing. If Bobby, Jill, and Sue love wearing that diaper, love being in the school, and want to get injected and like their parents and all that other crazy shit, then guess what? Your kids might, if you raise them, I don't really want to be around them people, man. I don't want to be around that. You know? Sometimes we got to look in the mirror and realize we the fucking failures. Are we the reason why we in the situation? You know? So, like I said, man, people got to wake the fuck up. And that's why I think that, you know, a good way to reach more people on the ground. You know, sorry, I ain't read the comments, man. I'm up there talking to people and I ain't reading the comments. But, you know, it is what it is, man. And I dropped the video. I grew to like 23,000. I'm like, God damn. And I scrolled through quick what they're talking about. I'm like, I don't understand why you're looking for another savior. You know what I'm saying? Biden's doing this, Biden's doing that. Biden ain't doing nothing, man. The man could barely walk down an energy vortex satanic ritual. He barely could walk down the bitch. He thought he was going to the pits of hell when he came out and gave that gun speech with 56 fucking candles, which equals 11. which the candles line it up like 11, 2 lines, a vortex of energy, sending it through the screen to these motherfuckers. He barely get away. He thought he was going to the pits of fucking hell. And you telling me you think Biden's doing it? No. Who you think set them fucking candles up and told his ass to walk in that bitch? Walk down there. He thought he was on his way to hell. He thought his eyes turned black. He thought he was going to hell. No, not yet, Biden. You ain't going to fucking hell yet. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to hell yet. They sent the fuck out. I still see that. When I first saw it, I was like, these motherfuckers, man. As soon as I saw the candles, the white candles, 56 of them lined up like that, I'm like, yo, these dirty bastards, man. They literally doing rituals on TV in front of our eyes so blatantly, man. You know, it's pathetic, man. It really is pathetic. Doing a fucking ritual right before our very eyes. You know, so they talk, you know, these people talking about some, oh, Biden. Biden's doing this, Biden's doing that. Biden ain't doing shit, because when your motherfucking Trump rump gets his ass back in there, which, I mean, I don't see why he ain't gonna be back in there. He gonna finish the motherfucking job. You know, 2024, that eclipse is gonna X this bitch out, and it's a wrap. A lot of shit's pointing to 2024. Look, what was it, 7 years, 2017? Well, guess what? If my ass is not long gone by then, that would be the day that I'm following the motherfucker right on out of here. You know what I'm saying? You know, energy willing. I'll be following that bitch right on out here, because that makes the perfect X across the United States, crossing this bitch clean out. You better run, because these motherfuckers are about energy and are about energy portals, and an X is very significant to these motherfuckers. If you know anything about goddamn witchcraft and sorcery and whatever you want to call the energy and magic that they use them to manipulate, all right? They believe in X's. All right, and that's a perfect X across the United States. Look at the path of that motherfucker. You like, yo, that's something serious. So, time ain't on our side, you know. That's why I said we gotta wake up who we can, and we waking them up for what? What are we waking people up? This cataclysmic shit is coming. I believe it's in me that we waking people up for us to have a bigger fucking family, to link up, to have a bigger family, to realize, you know what, we got to do something. What is it? It's to get the fuck out, to link together and create something. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. That's what we got to do. That's the energy we feel. That's what we're building upon. That's what's drawing us to each other. Whatever we into, the energy is bringing us together. All right? And that's evident. I done been to all kind of shit. And that's what's bringing, I see the energies coming. That's why I want to experience the energy, to see where we at as a collective. That's why I travel a lot. I go, I feel it. I know it. I see it. You know? And that's all we feeling, is the collectiveness coming together. And we paint it as, you know, other things, but deep down inside, I already know it, man. The feeling that I feel, like, yo, these my brothers and sisters, man. Like, yo, we done found our soul family. We all lost our, it makes sense. It can't make any other sense than this. We all lost our families. You know what I'm saying? Our relatives, our friends. And when we link up, we got a new family. We ain't lose shit, we gained. We didn't lose nothing. We shed what no longer served us, what got us to our points. All the bad relationships through family, through relationships, whatever the fuck you had, brought you a new family. And that's what we coming into. You know, being birthed into a new family. You know, it's like, you know, this is what it's supposed to be, a collective, a unit, you know, individual people with all different walks of life, different everything, but have the same feeling. You know, that's some powerful shit. You know, we all got this same feeling with all different beliefs, but we all got the same feeling. That's how it's supposed to be. That's why we clicking with, you know, Christians. It's Christians that follow all of us, and we talk shit about the Bible all day long. You know what I'm saying? It's Christians that follow Wise, it's Christians that follow Zach, it's Christians that follow Truth Virus, it's Christian that follows me. You don't ever hear us talking about anything Christian-y. Why are they here? Because they feel the same feeling, all right? Feel the same feeling, you know? And it's other people, all these other beliefs too. You know, it's probably some people who believe in the Quran that's rocking out with us, watching us, all right? You know? It's everybody has the same feeling, man. We just coming together, you know? The family, the new family. And that's what they're afraid of. They're afraid of that shit, man, to the highest degree. They are scared as a bitch. You know, that's why they gotta have the pedal to the floor. That's why they got the poke 'em dope 'em. The poke 'em dope 'em, you know? Shit. So, you know, it's crazy. But this is where we at. So again, shout out to all you guys. X and O circle is the first thing you make. Yeah, it is. Casting the spell. Exactly. I didn't catch the comments. So when that X crossed the United States, there's another hospital shooting. Yeah, I know, right? That Kathy Hochul, man, is something else. That is a witch at the highest order. That is a high priest. Everybody thought, oh, you know, everybody was like, you know, all the half awake when Cuomo was out, when Cuomo went off to his Epstein Island, wherever the fuck he at, with all his fantasies and wildest fantasies, with him and Chris Cuomo dancing around as a fucking fairy tale in a dress and all the sick shit he told us on TV. Well, they brought in this new motherfucker and everybody, oh, hopefully there's change. I'm like, y'all hoping for something that ain't gonna change. And she worse than the other motherfucker. And they like, whoa, my God, I thought she was going to be different. Well, guess what? I didn't. I knew she was going to be worse than this motherfucker. It's that she has a woman so they could scream women's rights, all right? They could scream that, you know what I mean? This motherfucker look like Rocky Dennis and shit. Y'all ever seen the movie Mask? She looked just like Rocky Dennis. They're like, don't disrespect her like that if she people's looks. Man, fuck that. Fuck what y'all talking about. We supposed to be shaking people about their reality at this point. You know? If you get offended and people get mad and offended at shit like that, then guess what? You ain't ready for this work because you're going to be offended. You're going to be disrespected. You're going to be attacked. You're going to be slandered. You're going to be all this shit, you know? Yeah. They do, but they still tune in, Zach, right? Yeah, Mama 22, yep. They have that hateful conduct, you know, the thought police. And that's a part of the agenda. I mean, look at the goals, UN goals. We got to realize, and I've been screaming this shit for fucking years, go to New York City, which is not a part of New York State, which is the world capital. Go to United Nations, look at all the flags outside of there. United Nations flag reigns supreme above all, is higher than all. Even the U.S. flag in United States. That's letting you know something. People always thought I was fucking crazy, but look at every agenda. It's all UN. It's all United Nations. All right? Rights, this, right? Every fucking debacle you see in the mainstream media is stemming from the United Nations. Women's rights, gay rights, climate change, fucking all this health shit. All right? They're going to ramp the AIDS shit back up. All right? They're going to ramp that back up because they pretty much gave everybody AIDS, which they just weakened everybody's immune system. All right? Now when these people go get tested, oh, you have HIV in it. You have an immune deficiency. Yeah, motherfucker, because y'all weakened it with your damn potion that you inject in 70% of the population. All right? You know, this is what they did, man. You know, people's periods off, people can't get pregnant, all kind of shit. You know? So they already did. We are at, that's why the title is what it is. This is the, which I forgot, the World War Order. We at war, and this is a different one. That's why they're disarming you. They want to disarm you now because we are at war. The war is going on right now. Don't look like a war. Don't feel like a war. And God damn it, it definitely don't smell like a war. But guess what? It's a war. All right? It's a war going on right now. And people can't see it. People think it's going to be all right. People think that, oh, you know, meanwhile, shelves running dry, shit you can't find. Gas really ain't that high. And I went and got gas today. I was like, let me look. I was like, well, this looks like the same shit that I've been putting in. 5 something for 5. It was 5 something. I don't even know what the something was, but it was 5. It said 5 something for the 93 grade. So I'm like, well, shit. That looks like, honestly, I felt like it was cheaper. So I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck is everybody complaining about? It's been higher than this when fucking George Bush was in office, and ain't nobody bitch and complain, you know? But like I said, man, it's a war. They're deliberately thinning out shit, and people better look and watch and see quick, you know? You need to look into the Jehovah's Witness that needs to have the truth. They're right here in the mix, acting like they're holy religion. Yeah, I don't even want to look at the motherfucking Jehovah's Witnesses. They're all the same shit. Anybody attached to them shits, they're all, you know, they're all propagated. But, you know, they convinced 70% of the population to do something, so look out, Susie. You know, 70% of the population got the motherfucking stick, got the pokem dope, you know, which is crazy because when you think about it, that's why they came out and told us, oh, COVID was the most profitable product ever. When you think about it, they ain't tell you no lie. I said that to somebody like, man, that ain't true. Man, gas and oil make way more money. I said, are you fucking stupid? Do you know anything about anything about commodities? How many people is making the pokem dope? That is the most profitablest product, because there's not any motherfucking product on earth where 70% of the population uses it. None. You can't even find one, because 70% of the population used the poker. There's 3 of them at least. You know, Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson. So that's 3 products that 70% of the population used. No other product on earth has ever done anything like that, because 70% is the entire population. Now, what would you think is the most used commodity that's bought in this by a company? All right, by only 3 heads. There is none. All right, even gasoline. 70% of the population does not buy gasoline because 70% of the population is not in a car. That's the only other product that I could think that would even compete with a motherfucking sticker, with the pokem dope. You know, that's the only other product that the humans actually use. You know, you can't think of anything else. Nothing that 70% of the population uses. Can I think gas would be number 2. You know, because only a handful of companies run that, and 70% of the population don't use gas. So it has to be, you know, and that's crazy. And that's why they were quoting on the fucking thing saying, we made $1 billion every 30 hours. Yeah, I bet you did. You know? So if they can convince 70% to do that, I'm sure they can discourage people with the firearms. That's the whole objective, is to discourage people to turn in their firearm. They ain't coming to take it. They're going to discourage people from the firearm. How are they going to discourage people? Well, what's good? Step back. How are they going to discourage people? Simply how they've been doing, you know? And they've been doing it for a long time, because more people used to be into hunting, shooting, guns. Remember, back in the 60s, they used to have this shit in school. The government used to buy ammunition and rifles. Now they're doing the opposite. You know what I mean? So, you know, it is what it is. as 550 bends, the war is spiritual and mental. I've been super angry since 2011 when I ripped the Bible in half in North Carolina. Yeah, man. But I mean, I think a lot of us done that. But I picked the motherfucker. I mean, I didn't pick it back up like I'm about to be fucking with it, but I picked it back up like, wait a minute, all this shit that we saying is in here. So you use that to drop on people, you know? You use the Bible to drop on people like, okay, well, what I'm telling you is right here in the Bible, you know? So, yeah, guys, it's pretty crazy. We gotta concentrate on connection between Hollywood and politics. Now, what we really gotta do is concentrate on getting us the fuck together. That's what we really need to be concentrating on, because we already, at the end of the day, we all know what the fuck they're doing, and they gonna keep on doing it. We gotta stop. We already figured they ass out. We keep exposing them, but in the meantime, we gotta be figuring for what the fuck we going, because we self-neglecting, you know. And you know, I know we all doing shit in our individual life, like, you know, hey, at the end of the day, plan A, shit, I'm living in plan B. Plan A is already worked on, you know. And when people need to fall back, shit, I ain't falling back, I'm falling forward. I'm like, fuck that, I'm about to fall forward, y'all, because I'm just living in plan B right now. So well, that's what we really need to be focusing on, is coming together in some way, shape, or form, you know. Otherwise, we just, you know, playing the rat wheel. You know, we keep exposing them, but shit, there's so many people doing it now. It's crazy. So, I mean, we've been doing this for years. So, what are we gonna do with this? That's the key. And when we got the numbers, you know, hey, you know, then now it becomes a problem for them. Because now, instead of, you know, 50,000 people seeing a video of exposing them, now we got, you know, 5,000 people asking questions and teaching people in an area. You know what I'm saying? Could you just imagine that? You know? And for the connection, man, the we linked everything together, you know? Because that's what they're trying to do, link us all together, but in their way. You know, we can't fall for that shit, and some people are falling for that, you know, because eventually they're going to merge the social media platforms. They're going to SPARS pandemic that shit, man. Read the SPARS pandemic. It's right in there, you know. They're going to link up all the social medias together, and it's going to look so grand and so great. Oh, look. Nah, man. That's how they want you. You know? And I believe it has something to do with Elon Musk and Twitter and good old the fucking red Donald man himself. You know? Definitely has something to do with Donald Trump. Definitely has something to do with Elon Musk. Because Elon Musk right now is being propagated all over the world. People had never even heard of him. He's being propagated there. So it's something big planned with that Twitter shit. And I don't trust it. A man that has AI software companies, all right, DeepMind and all this other shit he's got, that it's already in use on Facebook, where you can just think about shit and that shit's appearing on your feed. So that's not good. But, you know, that's where we at right now. And, again, shout out to all you guys. Angel, Keep It Simple, Zach, Colin, 550. Cuts, Step Back, Gnostic Knowledge, Jenny. Shout out to all you guys. Law X, Mama 22, Denise, Divine Line. Shout out to you. all you guys. Just had to come in with a Cody. Had to come in with a Lunes Monday rant. Musk wants to put every human on Earth DNA. Yeah, exactly, man. This shit, man. These people were talking in Davos, man. You know, I can only take so much. Like, I gotta trickle that shit in. I'm still like looking at clips from it. I'm just like, I lose my mind when I see one. I'm like, I gotta stop, because these fucking people are literally up there just gloating and shit, happy as all hell, man. But it's so good, because just go on Twitter and put Davos 2022. You see a lot. I mean, they get a lot of people know what the fuck's going on. So, and I don't see how that really works in their favor, but it's all one grand scheme. Like I said, in the end, I do believe it. It's the New World Order that's gonna come out to take out the New World Order to form the New World Order. You know, what better way to do it? Is the New World Order is going to be these group of people that comes out to take out these psychopaths that we see and don't like and that are causing all this ruckus to form the New World Order. And guess what? It's just going to be the New World Order, the same thing. So, at the end of the day, that's still my stance on it. But back rolling through Main Street downtown Rochester. Thanks for everybody for stopping in. A great stream last night, Zach. I fell asleep after a little late, but it was a good stream. Damn, these roads are destroyed. There goes the On the Low quarantine center, which I can guarantee 100% they're going to open back up in the fall. That nobody in Rochester knows about, nor gives a fuck about, why they were taking people off the streets and putting them there, housing them there, you know, against their will. You know, nobody gives a fuck. So, what's good, everybody? If I hit the wrong button. What's good, Dragana? It's good, Purple. Shout out to Purple Beats. Like I said, subscribe to his channel if you want some very versatile beats. So subscribe to his channel. Fucking button. I can't even push the button. Oh, this shirt, it just says, it's an old shirt I got, my son made. It says, that mask is as useless as your governor. This is one of my light ones, but on the back it says, wake the fuck up, smell the coffee. Something else it says, I don't know. I got so many of them, I forget what they say. But I got a lot of conversation started with this shirt. You know, a lot of frowns of the people that's wearing it. I rarely ever get approached by fucking psychopath maskers. I guess they could just feel the energy that it just ain't gonna go too well. You know, not that I'll be like crazy or nothing, but I just keep it logically simple. The shirt says it all. Really can't say anything. What are you gonna say? They know what they're doing deep down inside. They're just, you ask them. I've sat there at these and asked them about it. I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for you. I'm protecting you because I'm not selfish. No, bitch, you is selfish. That's why you're doing it. You ain't doing it for me. Where does this logic come from? They're doing it for me. Like, man, they flipped this fucking reality upside down. How the hell you doing it for me? I'm me. I do for me. You don't do for me. You do for you. But this is the world they want, man. I turned in my AR-15 because of the shooting in Texas. Well, what about the shooting on fucking Emerson Street? What about the shooting on last night on King Street? What about that shooting? Or whatever shooting else all over, and you ain't do it for that. What? You didn't do it for that, you know? Why don't we take all the guns? Fuck it. Get the cop guns too. Why they get to have guns? Well, because then the criminals overpower them. Well, why can't we have guns? Then you get a cricket because they can't rationalize those thoughts. You know? I mean, come on, man. Shit don't even make any sense. And I have these people, man. I mean, they don't know shit about shit, nothing about nothing, but they know they want the guns gone. They don't trust the government, but guess who they want to take the guns? The government. That makes sense. It's just crazy, man. And this comes from a society where they taught us 1 + 1. Lady, there's two sides, an entrance and an exit. Where they taught us 1 + 1 = 2. I'll be right back. I gotta play the beats real quick. I'll be right back, guys. Give me 1 second. I'll leave y'all with some purple. Leave with his latest joint. Give me a minute. Shout out to Purple Beats. Shout out to Purple Beats. Shout out to Purple Beats. We won't have to worry about that because they're coming out to the homeschoolers now. Yeah, they'll be coming back. They will. That's why people need to, you know. Yeah, this Delta Sonic. This shit's big as hell. I don't really like the gas here. This shit cheap. Watered down shit. Car be running all fucked up from this gas. But it's cheap gas, so that's why it's always packed. But again, shout out to all you guys for rocking out. Yeah, they're not safer. I mean, it's crazy, man. Let me see what's really separating people now is the kids. And when parents today see people having drag stripper shows, yeah, man, I saw that shit. And that's why people shouldn't have their kids in school, man. The parents putting these kids into the hands of these liberal schools. Yup. That's what they are, man. They became a breeding ground for this liberal minded. And people are like, well, I let my kids know at home. I said, listen, man, these motherfucking your kids are in there for 6 to 8 hours a day. All right? If you ain't got 6 to 8 hours a day to dedicate to them and they're in these schools, you are in a losing battle, man. They're going to get them in the long run, man. The shit they're embedding these kids. You remember when schools are shut down, they put new systems into schools, like these new fucking Wi-Fi systems and shit and all this shit. This was happening all across the country. I seen this in South Texas when I was down there. I seen this up here. I seen it while I was traveling. I'm like, what are these fucking trucks here for? These big ass white trucks, probably some government contractors installing this equipment in these schools, man. All right. I mean, it's serious, man. And you try to go to these motherfucking schools and see if you can get in. All right? See if you can get in these schools. And it's still schools here in the city of Rochester that the parents are wrapped around the corner waiting in their cars to get their children. Ain't no fucking way at this point in time that this shit should be going on. I'll be like, bitch, I'm getting my fucking kid like I used to if I still had my kids in school. That's crazy, man. You got to wait in your car 80, 90 degrees till they bring your kid out. Still, I passed by it. I was like, what the fuck? They still doing this shit? Oh, hell nah. And guess what? They all following along. They all following along. I mean, we supposed to take care of our kids to the utmost. The first thing we should be doing, the very first fucking thing we should be doing is worrying about, everybody say, I worry about my family, worry about my kids. And the same fucking back of their mind, not in their breath, their kids are in the school system. That should be a common goal to work towards, getting them out as fast as you possibly can. All right? Otherwise, you got them in the enemy's hands. At this point, that's not even debatable. That's a fact. That's a whole fact, And I'm sorry, man, if y'all got y'all kids in school, man. I mean, if something happens, whose fault is it? It ain't your kid's fault. Your kids got parents that care about them and take care of them. So that falls on us, man. That's why I was like, I went through hell for years to get that shit accomplished. And guess what? It got accomplished. You know what I'm saying? It got accomplished, through blood, sweat, and tears. It got done through stress, cost me financially, all kind of shit. I had cases after cases after cases, CPS cases, and all kind of shit. False accusation of all kind of shit, man. And guess what? Come out on as it's supposed to. Divine energy is always going to prevail. As long as you in your energy, in your heart, on that frequency, you're going to be all right. Just if you doubt, that's when you fuck your energy up. Never doubt it. Never doubt it. And yes, it's Pride Month. Yes, it's in Seattle too. It's Pride Month in Rainbow City, Orlando. Most didn't even hear about it. I heard about it in Seattle. They took a fucking flag off City Hall and put an LGBT flag up there. And guess what? That's in Seattle. At the City Hall, they're parading shit around. Like, they're just flaunting this shit. Oh my God. They are flaunting this shit like it's nobody's business, man. And it's crazy. And that's what I like about it. It's the agenda. When you wonder why your gun is happening, climate change is happening, all this shit, well, the gateway is through this organization, man. It's through this organization. And it's sad to say it, but, and I don't fuck with that organization. The biggest pride parade is places like Tel Aviv, Israel. Yeah. Go figure, right? Hold on, it's about to get loud. thing about it is they got so much damn power, the LGBT. That's why they could put a flag up at City Hall. We can't, like I said yesterday or the other day, we can't go put no fucking flag up at no City Hall. I mean, we can't do that. You know, they put a flag up at City Hall. You know, and they call the shots when they have their parade. Wherever they want to have it, that's where they're going to have it. They call the shots. They want police. They don't want police. They call the shots. There's no sitting there fucking, you know, the city dictates what they do. They dictate what they do in the cities. That's a whole fact. You know? So it's crazy, man. So yeah, this shit with the schools, man, it's oh my God, it's crazy. Because they're propagating the kids to question their own being, you know, who they are. So yeah, I can't stress that enough, man. You know, if your kid's in school at this point, man, you got to look in the mirror and say, you know what, I'm part of the problem. You ain't doing enough. I mean, if you absolutely got to, you got to. But most of us, we got to sacrifice, man. People are like, oh, I'll do anything for my child. Meanwhile, the child's in school. You know? I mean, come on, man. Well, let's start there. You'll do anything. Well, how about you start there? You know? That's the number one. There's no excuse. People always try to make up excuses. What the fuck? Talking about, well, I need to socialize. They like to socialize. Man, if y'all that stupid, are you that fucking dumb? You know how many kids and shit are able to socialize and stuff like that? There's so many homeschool connections and stuff like that. You socialize more, you know, because guess what? You ain't got involved. The school system, you know, the school system. So if it's all about socializing, oh, I'm in sports. I want my kid to play sports. Yep, you said it. This is what's wrong with Americans. They want their kids to play sports. I've seen, you know, kids that dragged out to sports and they don't really give a fuck about the sport. You know? Fuck that, man. Crazy. You know what my kid would if was good at? I would drag their ass out if they was good at creating some shit, inventing some shit, you know, music shit. If they was really good in music or really good at fucking art, hell yeah, because that leads you down the right path. But sports, I mean, come on, unless your kid's, you know, built for some type of sports, I mean, I get it, but you know, it just is. School, listen, at this point, no kid should be in fucking school. I mean, if you go into a private school and they're, you know, damn, I ain't got no change, man. Shit. Yo, you got any change?
How much that back?
Give me back 15. Just give me back the 5. Don't worry about it.
Huh?
Just give me back 5.
You sure?
Yeah, you good.
Thank you, boss.
All right, man, take it easy. Yeah. So, I mean, we gotta do what we gotta do, but that should be one of the most important things, getting your kids out of the fucking school, man. Getting your kids out of school, for sure. So, yep, they worship mentally as people sitting still waiting for their daddy to save them. Yep. Sit and wait. You got that right. I completely understand. Come on, just keep planting seeds and searching, speaking. Yep. Yep. We got to keep doing that, but we got to also take care of ourselves too. What I mean by that is we got to slowly come up out their shit, man. You know, because remember I always say, who's the intended target? Okay? We know, look at all their agendas. We're the intended target, all right? Good job. Just pull it out right in front of me. We're the intended target. Intended target meaning people that like freedom, people that like, freedom from the schools, which want to homeschool their children. They're going to come at that. At some point, they're going to come at that shit. All right? They're kind of leaving that one alone for right now. But they'll be coming. And another goal, believe it or not, guys, and it's coming from the LGBT community. Ask yourself why. And I'm still in the middle of making that video. And it has to do with parental rights. They are fighting for parents to have less rights. That's alarming. You know what I'm saying? Parents to have less rights. All right? Because why? We're taking back control of our kids. That's what we're doing. And guess who don't like that? The powers that shouldn't be don't like the fact that we want to take back control of our children. And 99% of us, we living in America. I'm hating to break the news to you, but your kid ain't yours. It's the state's first, and then yours second. You don't believe me? Yeah. You don't believe me? Shit. You ever had CPS called on you? You'll know real quick who kids them they belong to, and you'll know real quick that they ain't yours. You get caught up in the family court system, you know real quick whose children are these. Whose children are these, guys? Wait, who? You mean to tell me these ain't my kids? How? Why do I gotta come here for my children? All right, I gotta come here and I gotta go through this. I've been going through this for years, but I'm going through it again. You know what I'm saying? But you mean to tell me I gotta come here for my children? So whose children are they? Wait, you're gonna tell us, you're gonna tell us, what to do with our children. You know what I'm saying? You'll know real quick who they are. Point blank, period. You will know very quick who owns your children. And then you gotta ask yourself, damn, when you show up to court in New York State, they appoint a fucking attorney for your child. Like, how does that work? So wait a minute. So all you got to do is land in the fucking court system. You'll know whose children they are. Why do they got a lawyer? Oh, it's their attorney. Well, who the fuck? None of us agreed on that. Who appointed that shit? So an attorney, which is this fake judge, right? An attorney told you that another attorney is for your children. All right. So when you in court, you got another attorney, all right? The judge, which is an attorney, their job is to return property, right? So you got the judge, which is an attorney. He ain't a judge, he's just an attorney. And he appoints an attorney for your children. So that would mean he's your attorney too, because that's what's going on in court. Because they already did it. You say, wait a minute, I ain't do that. Well, we appoint. Well, how about I don't want it? Well, no, we're going to appoint it. Here, sign this paperwork. So you sign a referee stipulation so we can hear and determine over you. And this is what they do, man. It's just a wicked ass system. That's why the United States is the only nation that's not signed to the child rights. Because they would have to get rid of that system. Instead, the United States wants to create and wait for parental rights to be stripped, where the children, they're already doing it right now, where the doctors have it to where, which is a state, where the kids can go in there young as hell and you don't even know about it. Ain't that crazy? They even leaked into the school with that type of shit. That's crazy. So, oh yeah, you go in there knowing shit, they're going to keep you far out of there. They'll try to adjourn it. You know, they want to keep you far away from their shit. You know. So believe me, I know I'm back at it again. And they want to keep me far out of there because I get shit from the the judge's chambers. I don't get nothing from family court. It should come straight from the judge's chamber. So gonna be interested to see how this goes. You know, with this, because y'all know my situation with some of y'all shit. I'm almost going on a whole year without seeing my 2 youngest ones, but it just is what it is. You know, I'll get all that time back and then some, and you know, what rolls around comes around. So, but this is how you do it. You know, you just hold, say, look, man, I just want, you know, you go there as you're the father or the mother, and it's your right to see your child no matter what. Can't nobody take that from you. No one is greater than you. Use their own rules against them. Then there's nothing to talk about, you know. So that's all you gotta do. Family court is a joke. I was in that bitch for 12 years straight, multiple times a year. I done learned all bunch of it, you know. Experience. Like literally, I ain't gonna talk about it. I be about it, you know. I learned every single time. Walked out on top every single time. Walked out on top because I never did nothing I wasn't supposed to. Did everything, you know, according to my heart. I didn't follow their bullshit, you know. So. But that's all you got to do. You know, I know a lot of us got children and shit and be battling. We all been through the same program, because how we get into this program is because of the other people that are the program, whether it's a man or a woman. We're all sitting in the fucking courtroom because of the system. And I ain't talking about the court system. I'm talking about the systems that's been embedded in the average American mind. You know, that's in America. It happens in other places too, but I'm just talking about America. So that's the system we're dealing with. The mentality is when y'all beef and fight is one runs down to the motherfucking shit and files some shit, get you jammed up, do all kind of shit. That's what they do. It's never about the kids. You know, and they be the ones in the bad situation, and then you have, you know, children growing up fucked up, rebellious, you know, all kind of shit. You know, this system's fucked up, man. That's why when the system collapses, it's motherfuckers that gotta go with it. That mindset has to go with it. I ain't got no remorse for none of that shit. You know, that's why a lot of people gonna be wiped the fuck out, because the people that are involved in this system and this mentality, they ain't gonna be able to function in it. So yeah, they trying to strip parental rights. And if you don't know by now, if you're in the United States, you already ain't got no goddamn rights, you know, until you exercise them motherfuckers. Did y'all know, you know, like, if, you know, the state, well, most of us know the state has, you know, control over your kids, you know. Yep, they kept me on ice for 10. Right, it's amazing, all the destruction that the family court system, like, they keep that shit on the low. I mean, look, if you look around any community, this is all done. I tell people, and people still, you know, they look at me like a deer in the headlights. I'm like, yo, a lot of this shit comes from the family court system. Has destroyed this bitch, you know, point blank period. This family court system has destroyed this nation. You know, because it broke families up. You know, if the system, you know, when you get involved with this system, that I've seen a lot of RPD today. You know, they must have funneled some money in somewhere. But you know what the system looks like when you know how it works, because it's set up. It's set up exactly how it has, how can I say it? It's set up to the mind state of a person that thinks irrationally and with emotions. That's how it's set up perfectly like that. Like the whole child support, the whole custody thing, and the whole restraining order shit. It's set up to where it works off emotions. And they play the game in the courtroom off emotions. Like, they don't give a fuck about you two. They play the game, man. It's all a game. They don't care. That's why I tell people, like, yo, don't even talk about anything but the facts, which is you and your child. Don't talk about what the fuck she did and they did and they did and they that and this, that, and this and that. If you ain't do shit, you don't need to talk about shit, because it's all hearsay anyway. At the end of the day, you in there, I want my kids, I want to see my kids, and that's it. Don't talk about anything. Let whoever else, or the man or the woman, just say you did everything. Let them say it. They said, look, all I want to see is my kids. If the court try to ask you a question about whatever they say, and say, look, I don't even address hearsay. That's it. I don't even talk. I don't know them talking. Fuck you talking for? They don't care about you anyway. They want the arguing, and they'll deliberately try to make you argue. You know, they like that shit, man. Listen, man, I done peeped all this shit. And if you ever have a lawyer family court, they're not for you, 100%. They'll pretend, yeah, they'll do something, but it's not gonna be how you think. 100%, you couldn't convince me if you tried. That's facts. You know, so, you know, with that being said, they play the game. They have y'all fight, and they set the next day. They do shit deliberately on purpose. They set court dates on birthdays and shit. They wicked, man. They try to piss everybody off. You know how many times I've had court dates on my kids' birthdays? Still to this day, I got a court date, and it's on one of my kids' birthday. It's like, damn, they deliberately do this shit to piss me off. Like, hey. But this is what they do. What's good, Will? So this is what these people do, man. It's a business, and they got to keep it going. So they create turmoil and fighting. And me and Will actually was talking about this one, and I'm like, yo, and I gave this knowledge to 2 people so far, and they came back and they was like, yo, man, thank you for that, yo. That was so crazy, man. You was right. They was looking at me all sideways and crazy. This dude's still driving around the damn U-Haul. They be stealing U-Hauls now. You know, and this is all, you're going to see some shit happen with some U-Hauls, so the government can mandate U-Hauls have tracking systems in it. Reason why U-Haul don't want to put tracking systems, because they think that people won't use U-Hauls and their business will decline. There was a lawsuit with U-Haul and the government. Oh shit, it's a fire somewhere. U-Haul and the government where, man, that was a big ass fire. U-Haul and the government where, you know, the government wanted to have tracking devices, but U-Haul said that it might affect their business because of people won't like that. So anyways, I mean, there's nothing but stolen U-Hauls around Rochester. Like, they just rent them and don't bring them back. So there's no tracking in them. But they want to implement that, which is crazy. But anyways, back to what I was saying with the family court shit. But I gave this dude this jewel, right? I'm like, look, man, you go to child support, you know, you got to play Three Stooges. You got to play Three Stooges stupid. Meaning, logic, it makes sense, but it's so stupid that they can't say anything. So, in Rochester, they have it all, they got it all, only you going in there and the other party, that's it. They got this shit structured because people have figured some shit out. They don't want other people to know what the fuck going on and that type of shit. So what I tell them to do is, look, man, you go to court, all right? The way it's structured is a bailiff, which is a sheriff, right? They call you, they bring you in, they close the door and they lock that bitch behind you, right? And then it's the fake ass administrator, they ain't even an attorney. You know what I'm saying? They're a, yeah, there's a fire or something over there. They're not an attorney. I don't know why it's slipping my mind right now. But they're what the fuck is it? Well, they're basically nobody. All right. But anyway, so it's just the sheriff, the other party, you, and then the fake ass judge, right? So I was like, yo, when they come get you, bring you in, you know, you sit down, You don't give them no information at all, none. All right, because you gotta respond to these fucking people. Otherwise, you're gonna be asked out, right? So when you go in, say, yo, say, am I under arrest? They gonna look at you like you fucking batshit crazy. They might say, you know, why? Well, this is what happened with two people. Like, why? Why would you ask that? And I mean, there's a sheriff here, cuffs on, you know, looking at me all, and then the sheriff they'll cut you off, tell you to sit down. Don't sit down. Once they bring you in, when you hear that door click lock, that's when you start playing Three Stooges dumb. Say, whoa, what's going on here? They're gonna look at you like you crazy, and then say, wait, y'all just locked the door. Well, you know, we do that, so, you know, private, whatever they say. Say, nah, it's a sheriff. Y'all locked the door. Am I under arrest? Am I being detained? This is what you do. You play stupid. And I'm telling you, the shit works. It really works. It's just simple stupid. And then you say, wait, am I being detained? And then they're gonna look at you like you're crazy. Now, what the two people told me is they were like, can you have a seat? Say, wait, no. He said, no. He said, because I feel like, you know, I'm being locked in here and it feels like I'm under arrest or something. I'm an arrest because technically they are arresting you. You know, you show up to this court, you're under arrest. They lock the door. They're telling you like you're basically being arraigned. All right, you're being arraigned for a suit, and this is what they're doing in there. And when you break it down, so what ended up happening to after he said that, the lady was like, can you take a seat? And he said, no, not till you tell me, you know, what I'm here for. And then, you know, they said, blah, 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 you've been petitioned or whatever, come in here, da, da, da. And he said, you know, it's for child support shit. So he was like, you know, he said whatever he said. And then he goes, well, are you a judge? And she said, I'm a judicial hearing officer. I said, so he said, so are you a judge? You know, he's like, you have oaths and affirmations, and you know, and she was like, listen. She said, listen, we're not going to play this game. He said, listen, I'm just trying to figure out, you know, what I'm doing in here. And then the woman goes to the other party, can you step out for a minute? So they unlocked the door. He said, oh, so I'm free to go too. I can leave too. He's like, no, you're to remain right here for a second. He's like, nah. He's like, not till you tell me what is going on here. And then she said, you know what? She was like, you know what? I'm adjourning this case. So then she adjourned it. He walked out. Yo, he came straight to me and he was laughing so hard, man. He was like, yo, that shit worked. So he's still waiting for a response from them. But you know, that's what this shit does, man. And this dude takes care of his kids, man. He always got his kids, but this is what they do. They bring them through the ringer. You know what I mean? For no reason whatsoever, man. But this is what they do. You know? This is what they do. And then the other guy, he ain't signed. They tried to send around a stipulation, and he didn't sign it. So you know what that means. There's nothing they could do, you know. But it's just this whole system is just fucked up, man. It's bad. Yep, they attack and punish the responsible parent, right? They want the irrational one because that's the one that's going to bring them into court. That's the one that's going to cause all the controversy. That's the one that's going to make them all the money, you know? Right, Goblin, they can't proceed unless you consent. That's right. But when you got them in your corner, it's a whole different side, you know? And like, that's what I had to learn. Like, okay, I got them in my corner. Now, how do I use them to keep my ass from being a part of it? And that's a craft in its own. You know, that's a craft in itself. You just got to keep yourself, you separate yourself off of it, and you become a party too, instead of, you know, an actual party. You know, it's kind of like how they are a party too. You got to become a party too, because at the end of the day, it's just a lawsuit. All you're going to in family court is you're suing each other for something. And that's all it is. When you know that, and you know the basis of a lawsuit, that's how you play the game. It's a suit. You know, it's all a suit. And you know, they ain't gonna really want to be dealing with you. You know, And that's with anything. Traffic tickets too. They don't want. You think they want you in the courtroom when you know this shit? They don't want you in no fucking courtroom. You know, shit. I had case disappeared and shit. Case fucking disappeared. Quick. You call them, they don't know nothing. It's gone. All right. Well, as long as it stay gone. You know, I got pulled over in Buffalo. Well, Amherst. 4 a.m. back in shit. When was that? Maybe January. You know. I gave them hell, but hey, they took the car and pounded. I had to get it out and all that shit. I'm just waiting for them to, they knew. I'm waiting for them to tell me to come to court, because then I'm going to flip the whole shit around them. And they realize they detained my kids. They detained an underage child, you know, and, you know, it's going to be a nightmare for them. So they haven't responded. But I ain't forget about it, because I had to pay a toll fee, and it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. And just because they saw a car with dark tinted windows, they thought they had a I got it all on video too. They thought they had a huge bust or something. Guy with dreads, had some younger teenagers in the car with dreads. They thought we was selling drugs, boy, was they upset when they found herbs, natural herbs and shit like that when I was headed to Detroit. But yeah, that shit just disappeared through thin air, you know, just magically disappeared. Why? Because they already know. You know, they fucked up. They had to call. It took them 20 minutes to get out the damn car just to come up to me. It was a dark ass fucking highway. It was Amherst. They pulled me over on the thruway, which is out of their jurisdiction. And, you know, I guess because I was letting them know that, hey, look, y'all can do what y'all want to do, but this is the New York State thruway, and you know, there was no reason to pull me over, and all, you know, all the goodies they knew, and they brought the sergeant down and this and that, and you know, they even put the court date as the date that I was pulled over. And like I said, they don't want you in the courtroom, man. You know, when they put your name in there, and there's some shit attached to it, man, they don't want to bring you in no fucking courtroom. But I be wanting them to bring me in the courtroom, you know? Like, take me to court, man. And it just disappeared. Vanished, gone. The way they had me, like, shit. They couldn't wait to get me in there. But when I went and got my car, and they was like, look, you know, you have to sign here and print here and da-da-da. I'm like, look, man, I ain't doing none of that. I'm getting my vehicle and I'm getting it out of here. That's it. Everything you need is here. All this other extra shit, I ain't doing. Your shit, the policy is right there. I'm getting my shit and getting it out. Pound called the court and this and that, and they're like, yeah, release it. Fuck out. What am I sign? I ain't got to sign nothing. You know? So that's how this game works, guys. I'm trying to find out. It was some smoke coming from over here. So it was a big ass fire, but maybe not. All right, guys, this was a long rant. It's already fucking noon. Keep it for another 5 minutes. Oh, shit. But shout out to all you guys. I'm reading the comments and not reading the comments. Yeah, keep it simple 14. They are definitely operate on maritime law. So, ouch. Yeah, exactly. When you start speaking that different language, they want to run. Oh wow, they closed that place. I didn't know they closed that. Wow, that's crazy. Closed that car auction. I wonder why. Probably moved. But anyways, exactly. You don't want to, you know, they don't want to. That's why everything's going virtual. That's why this shit is still, I know here in Rochester, it's still like the height of the pandemic. You know, they're still doing all this stupid shit. no one's down there. It's because, man, they know. Too many people are starting to figure out what's going on, are starting to exercise their rights, and they know this shit is collapsing. So, you know, they want you at home with a fucking headset and violating you there. You know, they're practicing their at-home monitoring systems where, you know, when they lock this bitch down, they're gonna monitor you at home, doctors at home. You know, think of how they got the doctor system set up. You know, you go into a doctor's office, what do you gotta go in there for? They don't even do shit. You know? They don't do shit. So they could do all that shit over the video. You know? Zoom. Bill Gates. You know? So it was good, Amy. Colin, you're not even allowed in America. Where the hell are you from? I'm not allowed in Canada. It's funny when I went to this protest up there on the Peace Bridge. Well, not on the Peace Bridge, but on the it was the Peace Bridge or the Rainbow Bridge. I went halfway up there, which you didn't go to Canada, came back. I mean, we all did. And they were like, look, we gotta see your ID and check back. I'm like, I ain't go to Canada. Am I still in America? Yeah, but you know, it's just policy. I'm like, seriously? Make sure we didn't bring no ID. And I'm like, try to mask it like you can't, but you can. I don't want nobody to tell me, oh, I can't because you gotta have this. Maybe if you're fucking fine, well, use what God created. Use your fucking feet, drive a goddamn car across, because you can get over here. You can go to Mexico. You can go to fucking Canada. No problem whatsoever. So, yeah, man, it's just crazy, man. And stay up, stay well, stay in tune. Disconnect more from this bitch. Reconnect more with your fellow brothers and sisters. You know, gotta come together faster than later because they know. You know, they know what's going on. And yeah. But shout out to all you guys. About to get up off here and get some shit taken care of. But shout out to everybody: Colin, Goblin, Angel, Amy, Keep It Simple, Truth Master Dre, Disambiguation was good. Who else is up on here? Jenny, shout out to you. Let's see. Shout out to Will if he's still up on here. Dragania. Rap Samples. $5.50 Ben, Zach, Gnostic Knowledge, Paul Frey. Oh man, I'm going back. Outlaw X, shout out to you. Wicked Future. Amanja. Well, absolutely. I didn't see this comment, but is anybody paying attention to the 20 plus years of the new gentrification? Absolutely. As a part of U.N.O.D.A. They want to create black spaces and all this other crazy shit. And people are going to go for it. What's good, Solo FR 2384? Somebody gonna ask me my name, some official. I'm like, I'm Solo FR 2384. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Brother Cuts, Purple Beats was up in here. Shout out to Purple Beats. Subscribe to his channel. I'm still going back, guys. Trying to hit everybody. I know Kimmy was up on here. Probably missing a few. Mama 22. Shout out to all you guys. All right, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here, man. Much love. Talk to y'all later.